Okay, so let's dive into a whole new way of thinking about exam prep. Every year, millions of students find themselves in this massive, high stakes race to crack the NEET and JEE exams. It's intense, but have you ever stopped to wonder what really separates that top 1% from, well, everyone else? So, we all start with this core belief, right? Practice decides your rank. It's basically the mantra every single student lives by. And look, it's not wrong, but it's not the whole story either. In fact, that simple phrase hides a huge challenge that can honestly make or break your entire future. So let's really question that. What if? What if the very thing you're told will save you, all that practice, is actually what's holding you back? It sounds kind of crazy, but for so many hardworking students, this is their reality. And this just captures that frustrating cycle perfectly. I mean, you've been there, right? You solve thousands of questions, you revise until you can't see straight, and yet you keep making the same mistakes over and over. It's like you're stuck on a treadmill, just running in place and not actually getting anywhere. So this leads us to something we can call the practice paradox. It's this bizarre situation where just grinding harder, doing more and more work, it doesn't actually guarantee better results. In fact, a lot of the time, it just leads to burnout without your rank budging one bit. So, okay, why does this paradox even happen? Well, it pretty much all boils down to one fundamental flaw in the way most people practice. It's totally generic. These one-size-fits-all platforms, they treat every single student like they're a robot, all with the exact same strengths and weaknesses. I mean, think about it. Every student is different, right? Your learning journey is completely unique to you. The stuff you find easy, the concepts that just make your brain hurt, how fast you learn, it's all different. So why on earth would a one-size-fits-all approach ever make sense? And you can really see the difference between the two paths here. On one side, you've got that generic practice. It's just a mess, right? Random questions, mistakes you keep forgetting, and super slow, painful improvement. But then you look at personalized practice, and it's like a direct flight. It targets your exact weaknesses and just accelerates your growth. Okay, so enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. This is where we completely reframe practice. It's not a chore anymore, it's a personalized journey. Seriously, just imagine having a coach that knows you, maybe even better than you know yourself, guiding you every single step of the way. And let me be clear, we're not just talking about some simple question bank here. No way. This is a dynamic AI coach. It's a system that is literally learning from every single question you answer, and it uses that to build a roadmap that evolves and changes with you. So this whole idea of personalized coaching is really built on three key things. First, you've got AI-powered practice, so the questions actually adapt to you. Second, there's precision analytics. We're going way beyond just a simple score to show you why you're making certain mistakes. And third, everything has a laser focus on the one thing that really matters: improving your rank. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. How does this AI coach actually work behind the scenes? How does it take the simple act of solving questions and turn it into this super smart, efficient engine for improvement? Well, the engine behind it all is something called the Smart Practice Loop. And it's pretty simple, really. Step 1, you solve questions. Step 2, the AI analyzes everything, and I mean everything. Not just if you got it right or wrong, but how long it took you, what specific concept you struggled with, all of it. Then it gives you personalized insights and a new batch of questions designed to hammer that weakness until it becomes a strength. It's this constant cycle of fast, targeted improvement. And this whole loop is powered by some really cool tools. You've got the Smart Practice session, where the questions actually get harder as you get smarter. There's a topic mastery tracker, so you can see at a glance which subjects you totally own. A performance heat map literally shows you your hot and cold zones across the entire syllabus. And you get a weakness report that gives you a crystal clear, actionable plan on exactly what to study next. And here's the payoff. This is what it all leads to. It's not just about feeling like you're getting better. This is tangible, measurable growth that you can actually see. This is your path to a better rank, right there in black and white. But honestly, the impact here goes so much deeper than just better test scores. It's really about changing your entire relationship with learning. It's about shifting your focus away from just marks and toward true, genuine mastery. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Preparation isn't just about marks, it's about transformation. It's so true. Real prep isn't about cramming for a test. It's about transforming yourself into a learner who's more effective, more confident, and way more self-aware. So, what does that journey of transformation actually look like? Well, it's about understanding your own unique pace. It's about identifying exactly where you need to focus your energy. And ultimately, it's about realizing your true potential. That is how you build real, unshakable confidence. So, at the end of the day, it really all comes down to this. When you practice smarter, you're not just saving time, you're building the kind of self-awareness and confidence that lets you rise higher than you ever thought possible. You're finally able to get the rank you actually deserve. Okay, let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here, because this isn't just about one app or one platform. This really represents a fundamental shift in how we think about exam prep and maybe even learning as a whole. At its core, there's this really powerful belief that personalized guidance shouldn't be a luxury for the lucky few. The future of education has to be a place where every single student gets a guide that understands them and helps them reach their goals. And that whole mission is guided by a pretty simple philosophy. It's powered by data so that every single suggestion is smart. It's designed with empathy because you have to understand the student's struggle. And it's driven by dreams, the big dreams of every student who's working so hard to succeed. Which kind of brings us to one last question to leave you with. As we look to the future, maybe the real key to success isn't just about outworking everyone else. Maybe it's about working smarter in a way that is deeply, truly, and powerfully personal to you.